Hello, folks, and welcome to Club Passim tonight. We are thrilled to be able to bring Club Passim to wherever you are right now, which is how I'm able to do a show with my cat in the background here as well. Thank you for spending your Thursday evening with us. We have a fantastic hour of music coming up for you with Kimon Kirk. His new album drops tomorrow, and you'll be hearing some of those new songs. But before we get to the music, I just want to tell you a little bit about Passim. If you're not familiar with us, we are a nonprofit organization that has usually a in-person venue in Harvard Square. We've been operating as a venue for over 60 years in Harvard Square now, and we've been a nonprofit for the last 26 of those. We have, of course, not been able to host in-person events for 11 months now, which is nuts. But since we shut down in March, we have been bringing all of our programming online to you so that you can still have all this entertainment, and that we are still able to employ artists during this time. So we've been bringing you shows almost every night of the week. Including some of our festivals, such as the Boston Celtic Music Festival that happened in January. In April coming up, we're going to have our Bluegrass and Old Time Festival. Next week, we're going to be bringing you a few nights of showcases from the Folk Alliance International Conference. And in addition to just streaming shows that we're bringing you, we've also moved our School of Music online. So you can still take classes and workshops through our school, through Zoom. And, if you have some extra time on your hands, like I know some folks do nowadays, it's a great time to dust off that guitar that's been hanging on your wall and you want to try out some stuff. We also have been running 2 grant programs as part of Passim. We've been continuing our Iguana Music Fund grant, which is over 10 years old now, 12 years, something like that. Where we give $40,000 a year in small grants to New England-based artists to do artistic projects to help further their career. But last March, we also started the PAIR Fund, the Passim Emergency Artist Relief Fund, and we've recently reopened accepting donations to that fund. And that goes directly to helping artists during the pandemic who have lost money due to gigs, or aren't able to teach, aren't able to tour, aren't able to make a living as artists as they're used to. So the PAIR Fund goes directly to help with living expenses. And if you are able to support the PAIR Fund, you can go to passim.org/PAIR Fund. And all of that money will go directly back to artists, with Passim taking no take. Just giving it directly to artists in our community so that they can pay their bills and continue to be artists when we are able to reopen again and welcome you back into the club. If you'd like to support the show tonight, you can go to passim.org/stream. And in addition to seeing all of our upcoming shows for the next month or so, you can donate at the little PayPal link there. We're suggesting a $20 donation for watching Kimon's show tonight. If you can give more, that's great. It's going to be split between Kimon and Passim. And if you can't give $20, that's fine too. We want you here. We want you enjoying this music. Share it with your friends. Hit the little share button and share this stream around so that we can get more eyes on this and more people can come and enjoy what we're putting out. So thank you again all for joining us tonight. We are going to have a fantastic hour of music. If you folks haven't already put it on your calendars, mark your calendars to go to Kimon's Bandcamp tomorrow when his new album Altitude drops, and you'll be able to grab that tomorrow morning. And we're thrilled to be able to bring Kimon in a solo fashion here. He's played many times on the Passim stage, both with his band The Meds, with Session Americana, with folks like Dennis Brennan, but we're thrilled to have him solo for you tonight. Please welcome Kimon Kirk.
Hey, you all. How are you? Take these headphones off. Welcome to my living room. And I realize that I'm backlit back here, and that's because it's still light out here in Los Angeles. But my hope is that as the sun continues to go down, which it is, things will get a little kind of cozier here. and maybe I'll show off these groovy lamps that happen to live here in the place. This is the first time I've done a show since last May, and that was also through Passim and the wonderful people there. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Matt Smith. It feels really good to get to play and to play under the auspices of Passim. And I'm going to start with a new song right now that's not on any record. Sometimes I regret choosing rock and roll. It's like I lost a bet in a card game with my soul. I give it my best poker face to try to stay on top, but you can't pull your ace when your step ain't got no hop. Hang in there, baby, hang in there, child. Saw the sticker on a pickup truck down the road a mile. Hang in there, baby, you can't quit now. You'll be the last one standing and you'll figure it out somehow. I was chasing after Sally, she was chasing after me, and Ralphie, he came running, and Sally took off up a tree. Now I don't think he meant her harm, but who am I to know? I wouldn't want poor Sally to have to say I told you so. Hang in there, baby, hang in there, child. I saw the sticker on a pickup truck down the road a mile. Hang in there, honey, you can't quit now. You'll be the last one standing and you'll figure it out somehow. Now when we can get back out there, only one thing left to do. We'll be playing for everybody who didn't make it through. So take a blast of your cortado for a shot of fresh caffeine. It's like the confidence of knowing you got the best band on the scene. Hang in there, baby, hang in there, child. I saw the sticker on a pickup truck down the road a mile. Hang in there, honey, you can't quit now. You'll be the last one standing and you'll figure it out somehow. You'll be the last one standing and you'll figure it out somehow. Okay, that's a new one. And I think it's called, I don't know yet. There's a green 1973, I'm told, pickup truck that lives down my block. And every time I go by it, it has a yellow bumper sticker attached to the back window that says, "Hang in there, baby." So, you know, like that. For whatever it's worth to anybody, I don't know. There's a comment section here that you can write into that I can see if you so choose. And feel free to do so and say hello. This is the first song off my new record, and which comes out tomorrow. And it was released as a single a week or two ago, and it's called Evergreen. And it has a little bit of a long saga to it, but I wrote it, and then I needed some help with lyrics, and Amy Correa wrote the bridge lyrics, and then I needed some last-minute help fixing the first verse. And Amy Mann helped rewrite that, so it has ended up being quite a cool little collaboration. So, yeah, Evergreen. Evergreen, evergreen is the color of the tallest tree. The color of the tallest tree. The tallest tree that you can see. Through the screen, through the screen, through the pages of a magazine. The pages of a magazine. You'll see a face that looks like me. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait another minute. I'm afraid, I'm afraid, I'm afraid of what you might find out. Afraid of what you might find out. Find out if we talk about. Talk about, talk about, talk about what it might just mean. Talk about what it might mean. What it just might mean to me. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait. Patience is a virtue, baby, I can wait another minute, a second, an hour, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. But you're pulling us closer to sorrow. When an old man turns a fool, what more can he do? Evergreen, evergreen is the color of the tallest tree. The color of the tallest tree. The tallest tree that you can see. And evergreen, evergreen is the way that you will always be. The way that you will always be. The way you'll always be to me. All right. Still not totally used to the playing songs and not knowing if anybody heard them. But I'm assuming that people are, if there are people out there. This is the first time I've used like an audio interface as well, so kind of getting sea legs together with that. Just welcome to anybody on the East Coast or the West Coast. It's a little after 5 here in LA. Sun's going down. And I gather that people on the East Coast are getting more snow. Something I haven't seen in a while. All right. I got a new toy yesterday, or I suppose more formally a new tool. Excuse me while I grab it. I never had a 12-string acoustic guitar before. Thanks to Ruben over at Old Style Guitar, this great store here. I have this groovy Nippon Yamaki acoustic. It's another one from Altitude. Planes on the runway, frustration gives way to despair. All flights are grounded, all of our big plans are up in the air. Pilots all are joking, teenagers are moping, foreigners are smoking outside. Bags at the curbside, checked all the way to O'Hare. But she don't say, baby, have you got your camera, till half the way there. If I left the wrong impression, there's something I should mention. 'Cause the air has too much tension up here. If I could make my mind up, I would sleep instead. But I'm stranded, stranded in my head. Was just a missed connection, some problem with the engine, but the messages I'm sending aren't clear. One of these mornings they'll push this thing back from the gate. We'll roll off the tarmac, rise over the hilltops, out of this state. But my suitcase isn't on it. I should have just responded. I only wish I wanted to stay. I could make my mind up, I would sleep instead. But it's all I can do, just to get out of bed. 'Cause I'm stranded, stranded in my head. Stranded in my head, in my head, in my head, in my head. Thank you, I think. All right. For some reason I picked up this guitar, but not because I know what I'm going to play. Oh. I thought it would be important have a little bit of beer. And also, as I was trying to remember how to play the guitar, I remember how to play the bass, if I remember how to play anything. Guitar is still an unstable experience for me, although one that I enjoy. But I was reminded of a terrific essay by David Fair, musician from Half Japanese, that I'm sure some of you have heard before. It's been around for a couple of decades, but I wanted to read it to you, and it's called How to Play Guitar by David Fair. I taught myself to play guitar. It's incredibly easy when you understand the science of it. The skinny strings play the high sounds, and the fat strings play the low sounds. If you put your finger on the string farther out by the tuning end, it makes a lower sound. If you want to play fast, move your hand fast, and if you want to play slower, move your hand slower. That's all there is to it. You can learn the names of notes and how to make chords that other people use, but that's pretty limiting. Even if you took a few hours and learned all the chords, you'd still have a limited number of options. If you ignore the chords, your options are infinite, and you can master guitar playing in one day. Traditionally, guitars have a fat string on the top, and they get skinnier and skinnier as they go down. But the thing to remember is it's your guitar, and you can put whatever you want on it. I like to put 6 different size strings on it because that gives the most variety, but my brother used to put all of the same thickness on so he wouldn't have so much to worry about. Whatever string he hit had to be the right one because they were all the same. Tuning the guitar is kind of a ridiculous notion. If you have to wind the tuning pegs to just a certain place, that implies that every other place would be wrong. But that's absurd. How could it be wrong? It's your guitar, and you're the one playing it. It's completely up to you to decide how it should sound. In fact, I don't tune by the sound at all. I wind the strings until they're all about the same tightness. I highly recommend electric guitars for a couple of reasons. First of all, they don't depend on body resonating for the sound, so it doesn't matter if you paint them. This is actually excellent advice. Also, if you put all the knobs on your amplifier on 10, you can get a much higher reaction to effort ratio with an electric guitar than with an acoustic. A tiny tap on the strings can rattle your windows, and when you slam the strings with your amp on 10, you can strip the paint off the walls. So, I'm going to leave it there. There's another paragraph, but I wanted to sort of make mention of David Fair, and Half Japanese as well. David Fair and Jad Fair are half Japanese, or at least they used to be, and a great group. All right, music. I'm going to do another song from Altitude. And this is a song I wrote with Sarah Borges, also from Boston. A little bit slow on the uptake, a little too quick on the jive. I'd tell you it was time for a remake, but I wouldn't want to give the wrong vibe. Though I had your number once, you still find a way to keep me guessing. It's a risk you were gonna be taking. You knew you had to give it a try, but it's a failure long in the making. I should have known you were bouncing too high. Now you're barely hanging on. You can't even see to reach the ceiling. Trampoline, put your feet back on the ground. Trampoline, first you're up and then you're down. Trampoline, trampoline. You used to have the moves of the dancer, a nereid with glittering wings. But now you can't remember the answer when they ask you if your bird still swings. Oh, Put your feet back on the ground. Trampoline. First you're up and then you're down. Trampoline. Trampoline. Seconds flash and arms untangle. Searching for a different angle. Flailing as you hurtle towards the sun. Trampoline, put your feet back on the ground. Trampoline, first you're up and then you're down. Trampoline, trampoline. Trampoline. Stethoscope. I'm going to go right ahead and play another song. Forgive me here. So I have this microphone here, which you can see. I was trying to affix a sticker or something that said hello here, but I failed. But then the camera is here. So what ends up happening is I sort of try to sing here, but look here, and anyway. So sometimes I feel like I'm trying to look into the microphone, and then I realize that that's not a place to see people from which to see them from. All right. Contrary to what David Fair happened to say, I do tend to tune the guitar a specific way, a very special way. It's called standard tuning. It's called Baby Who Knows. So let's assume you've ended up right where you wanna be. You sure surprised us by your choice. Who would have thought that he could find the words to hold you sway with such an uncompelling voice? Baby, who knows? Nobody knows. Maybe you knew and just forgot. Baby, who knows? Maybe you chose someone because of what they're not. Baby, who knows? Baby, who knows? Baby, who knows? We turned a blind eye to the things you didn't see in him, hoping he would change what's wrong. You failed to mention you're accepting mediocrity, met your expectations all along. Baby, who knows? Nobody knows. Maybe you knew and just forgot. Baby, who knows? Maybe you chose someone because of what they're not. Baby, who knows? Baby, who knows? Baby, who knows? So now it's come to where the roles have all but been reversed. Complication holds its ground. He's right for you, and yet you feel as though it's too rehearsed. But could your logic be unsound? Baby, who knows? Nobody knows. Maybe you knew and just forgot. Baby, who knows? Maybe you chose someone because of what they're not. Baby, who knows? 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 That is a song called Baby Who Knows. A song that actually has one of the only songs that I have recorded that also has a music video that goes along with it, which is on the internet, on YouTube. Evergreen, the new single from my record, has a video done by a great director called Rachel Lichtman, and it's going to be coming out, I believe, next month, March. So keep an eye out for that. And this song is going to be more in tune, I hope. And it's like a little bit woojy, this song. There's a soul shaking moment when the storm is through. The turbulence has shifted to reveal an azure hue. Sun fills the cabin with relief anew, and I think of you. If I'd worked a little harder to spur happenstance, if I'd moved a little faster, didn't leave it up to chance, the elegance of ending would only add to the romance, and I think of you. A paring down, a stripping off, a new valence revealed. Through raw exposure, clearing comes, familiar wounds are healed. There's a narrowing of purpose in the altitude, a sharper sense of focus than might otherwise be viewed. I feel a certain oneness with the multitude, and I think of you. think of you, Elsa. All right. So yet another one from the new record. This one was recorded in Brookline. The last song for the record. One of the only songs that wasn't recorded with David Menahan at Woolly Mammoth in Waltham. This one was recorded by Brian Charles in Brookline at Zippa Studios. And yeah, it's called Halfway Right. I don't need to tell you, you don't have to know. I thought that I would have to, but I can let it go. A certain contradiction I'm trying to erase. Can suppressing an opinion help you find a state of grace? You offer a solution to a problem you can't see. Your effective elocution convinces everyone but me. You often show a kindness, it's a generous conceit. It makes it harder to believe you with the company you keep. Maybe I was just halfway right about you. Maybe I was just halfway right about you. In essence, you're a stranger, but a stranger that I know. You leave me only questions, and the answers all are slow. A certain contradiction I'm trying to erase. I'll muster an opinion just to find a state of grace. Maybe I was just halfway right about you. 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 I don't need to tell you, you don't have to know. All right. How's everybody doing out there? Cheers. Cheers. On time. We got a quarter of the hour. I'm going to do another song, also on altitude. This one's called Failed Myopic. The recording features an intro that my wonderful guitar player Lyle Brewer came up with. And quick hello and just a nod to my great band that recorded this whole album, Lyle Brewer on guitar, whom I'm sure many of you know. The wonderful Jamie Edwards on all kinds of fantastic keyboards. Incredible Jim Haggerty played bass on this whole record, which is a first for me, since I more or less make a living as a bass player. This was the first time I'd ever recorded and played any bass on a record of mine, and it was oh man, it was so fun. It was so refreshing, and it was so exciting to hear what Jim would do, and how he and the amazing drummer in my band, John Sands, would play together. And really, as much as anything, this record was a chance for me to get to go into a really good studio settings, and try to get great sounds and great performances with my band that I love so much. So, hello to the boys, and I hope we all get to do some shows on the East Coast for you soon. And also hello, and thanks to the gentlemen that I have been playing with out here, or back when we used to do more of that kind of thing, Sebastian Imans and Michael Eisenstein, great drummer and guitar player, and we have a trio together called the Blue Grifters, and yeah, so I hope to get to play a bunch of shows out here in Los Angeles with those guys as well in the near future, so stay tuned. Alright, I told myself I was going to figure out how to play this today, and I'm going to try it again. The intro, that is. You lost some, but you thought you'd win some. As though you had a shared value system. You let them go 'cause the averages favor a few missed tricks and a healthy wager. It's the mark of a failed myopic. You can't see the details of the topic. If your vision were more microscopic, you'd be in the game. You've been making some forward progress. The bad calls help just to keep you honest. You lie a little 'cause who could argue? If they don't know, then they won't charge you. It's the mark of a failed myopic. You can't see the details of the topic. If your vision were more microscopic, you'd be in the game. I'd like to think that you did all that you could, but your hand was never good enough to deal you in. It's been taking a toll for ages. The pain hits hard and it comes in stages. It's tough to make nice and save your face still. You don't care, but I bet your kids will. It's the mark of a failed myopic. You can't see the details of the topic. If your vision were more microscopic, you'd be in the game. Yeah. Failed myopic. Failed myopic isn't quite a double negative, but it's sort of, well, it's pejorative for sure. For show. Hello, Shy, and hello, Ziv, if you're out there, and Michael and Natasha. For show. All right. I'm going to do sort of a local number, and that kind of reminds me, per the suggestion of my publicist, Bernadette. Hi, Bernadette. To whom I owe tremendous thanks. And also Karen and Will in the office. And thank you so much. And thank you particularly to both Amy's, Amy Mann and Amy Correa, who've both been so helpful throughout this whole thing. And without whom this would not have happened, this record. I've started making what Spotify calls playlists, which basically is making mixtapes, but they're digital. I know people have been doing this for like 100 years, but I just started doing it 2 weeks ago, and it was actually pretty fun. So if you have Spotify, the streaming service, and you go to my page, I guess, there are a couple playlists up. One of them is called A Simple Fix, which is named after a recent Amy Mann song. And then there's one called Valentino, because it was sort of a Valentine's mix. But I'm going to try to make a new one every Sunday. And so, I don't know, keep your eyes open. It's a really fun way, been fun for me to just feature some songs that I really like by other people, people I've worked with, people I've never met. I don't know, it's been a fun thing. Anyway. Playlists. Who knew? This song is about a place very close to here that has become very dear to me. If you're driving up north from under the city, gotta make a choice, either left or right. The cool kids lean towards someplace gritty, but I'm just looking for a quiet night. Find your way to Pasadena. You can have Hollywood, you can take downtown, even good old Silver Lake. I'd rather be hanging with Betsy's grandma than figuring out whose smile is fake. Find your way to Pasadena. The roses bloom and the living's cleaner. Pasadena, Norton, Simon, Huntington. market's early morning sun, Lemley Theater, Orange Grove, the antiquing yields a treasure trove. So if you're driving up, if you're driving down south from over the city, well, you won't have to look too far. Just point your nose down the Arroyo Seco, and you'll wind up at the Blue Guitar. Find your way to Pasadena, the roses bloom and the living's cleaner. Find your way to Pasadena, the farmer's market is the best I've seen. Pasadena. Farmer's market in Pasadena typically goes on right now. It's happening right now. And under non-pandemic circumstances, I'd be going there to get vegetables and eggs and seafood and perhaps an empanada or tamale. And I guess really it's the South Pasadena farmers market. I didn't know this before coming here, but there's some serious town gown stuff going on between South Pass and regular Pasadena. But we won't talk about that. All right. Kind of getting down to it. Yeah. This might be it. This might be nearly the last one. Maybe. We'll see. Sure do miss playing music with friends, for friends. And one of the friends that I miss playing with a lot right now is my buddy Billy Beard. And man, he and I have logged a lot of miles together, a lot of miles and a lot of hours, and a lot of vans and planes and stages with Session Americana. And this one goes out to Billy, wherever he is. Took a walk last night in my old neighborhood. Turned down a street I didn't know so good. Sky was dark, purple and gold. You lied when you said we would never get old. Chimney was smoking at the end of the block. Sparks were dancing and the roof got caught. Left a note on the stoop, rang the front door. Wondering why we don't argue more. I've learned to miss but a dull ache will comfort just the same. To forget what makes you strong will never kill you. Leaves you no one but yourself to blame. Turpentine burns getting on your skin. Trumpet vine shouts when the summer comes in. Staying in this town holds a deeper pain. The warmer months will bring you back again. I've learned to mistrust what's familiar, but a dull ache will comfort just the same. To forget what makes you strong will never kill you. Leaves you no one but yourself to blame. All right. I think I'm going to do one more tune, if that's okay with everybody. Also from the new album, Altitude, which, if I've failed to mention, comes out officially tomorrow, the 19th. And you can find it at my Bandcamp page. You can purchase it. You can stream it. It'll also be on all the digital streaming platforms. For those of you who don't know, and I have CDs and I have vinyl LPs. I'm getting the shop together on Bandcamp. It's not quite ready yet, but if you send me a message, I will gladly put one in the mail to you. And PayPal and Venmo and that stuff works for payment. And I want to thank Passim again for being such gracious and lovely hosts, as they always are. And just to say it, man, with so many things closing or in question of whether they will be able to stay open going forward, it's a huge deal that Passim is doing what it's doing and helping artists and offering programming, obviously, and is just such a stalwart organization, and a lot of affection and respect for it. So just making sure to say that. But this song, I don't know. Maybe it'll be a single at some point. It's called "What Do I Know," and I wrote it during a time of real confusion for me a few years back. Sort of existential confusion, and we had the president that we had, and that was really tough to reckon for me, and so was everything else at the time. So anyway, it's called "What Do I Know." have it all figured out. I could climb any mountain or crush any lingering doubt. If it got in my way, I would just go around. But what do I know? What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? Driving down the road at top speed, moving too fast to indulge an extraneous need. Something so strong had to be guaranteed. What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? I know love. I know peace. I know hope. I know grief. I know stars. I know noise. I know loss. I know void. What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? What do I know? All right. Well, I want to thank you all for coming to the living room here, and I can't tell if the light has finally improved a bit. I think it has. That's the backyard back there. You can see the tops of the trees, and hope I get to see all of you in person in 2021 before too long. So thank you all for coming very much, and thanks to Passim again, and please do take a listen to Altitude if you're so inclined. It'll be everywhere tomorrow, and you can purchase physical records, CDs from me, just to show you what it looks like real quick. Here's a vinyl copy. Beautiful artwork by my friends Rakish Light and the Visual Strategist, that I'm very lucky to work with. And thanks also to Jason Goodman, the photographer up in Maine, and my friend Jenny Maloney too. So love to all you guys, truly. Be well, be safe, stay healthy, get vaxxed, and I'll see you again soon. Okay. Be in touch. Take care.
Thank you so much, Kimon, from your cozy little place now. And thank you, everyone who tuned in. There has been so much love happening in the comments, both for Kimon and the new music, and the awesome team that you put together to make this album happen. So if you folks haven't already committed, be sure to go to Kimon's Bandcamp tomorrow, grab the album in whatever format you prefer, and just be sure to take a good listen to Altitude. They're going to sound a little different than the songs that you heard tonight, but I'm so glad that we got kind of the stripped down version as well. Also, if you enjoyed the show tonight and you'd like to support both Kimon and Passim, you can go to passim.org/stream. Towards the top there's going to be a yellow donate button. You can go to PayPal and toss us a few bucks if you enjoyed the show. This is the way that musicians are mostly making a living now, is through live streaming and through your generosity. And it's also how Passim is staying open. We are looking forward to the days where we can have you back in the club, but until then, this is what the club looks like. So thank you for joining us. Thanks again to Kimon for giving us a lovely evening of music, and grab that record tomorrow. Thanks, folks. You can tune in back here tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We are going to have Guy Davis. And then on Saturday, we're going to have 2 different shows with Kemp Harris live from an empty Club Passim. If you want to see the stage with only a couple people there. So thanks.